Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, resilient Islam. Today we embark on a remarkable expedition, a voyage across the sacred geography of our world. We will walk in the footsteps of the chosen ones, tracing the paths of the 25 prophets named in the Qur'an, not just through history, but across the very soil they walked upon. Have you ever wondered where the call to Allah first echoed? In which ancient valleys did miracles unfold? To which powerful empires was divine guidance sent? This series is your map. Together, we will connect the dots on the globe, from the lush island where Adam first descended to the luminous city where the final message was revealed. We will discover the countries of the prophets. Prophet Adam, AS, country/region, primarily the Arabian Peninsula, with traditions also pointing to Sri Lanka. Our journey starts at the very origin of humanity, with Prophet Adam, the father of us all. Islamic tradition based on hadith paints a vivid picture of his descent to earth. The most compelling narrations place his initial landing on the island of Sri Lanka, known historically as Serendib. A majestic mountain there called Adam's Peak is revered by many Muslims as that sacred landing site. His life then became a journey of seeking forgiveness and building community. His subsequent history and his reunion with Hawa, or Eve, is profoundly linked to the Arabian Peninsula, specifically the plains of Arafat near Mecca. This establishes a direct spiritual lineage between the first prophet and the land that would become the Qibla for all Muslims, forever connecting the beginning of humanity to the heart of Islam. Prophet Idris, AS country/region, ancient Egypt. From the sands of Arabia, our path leads us to the Nile Valley. Prophet Idris, known in the biblical tradition as Enoch, was a figure of immense knowledge and wisdom. Islamic tradition and historical narratives firmly place his mission in ancient Egypt. He is often associated with the early city of Memphis. Prophet Idris is credited with being a pioneer of civilization, introducing skills like writing with a pen, tailoring clothes, and the science of astronomy. His prophethood occurred within the nascent stages of one of the world's oldest civilizations. His mission was to guide a people who were beginning to build a complex society, imparting both worldly knowledge and spiritual wisdom, anchoring divine message in the land of the pharaohs long before they would become a force of oppression. Prophet Noah, AS country/region, Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq. The story of Prophet Noah, or Noah, is one of immense patience and a divinely ordained cataclysm that reshaped the world. He was sent to a people who had plunged into deep idolatry and corruption. The geographical heart of his mission, supported by religious texts and archaeology, is the Fertile Crescent of Mesopotamia in modern-day Iraq. This land between the mighty Tigris and Euphrates rivers was a cradle of early post-Diluvian civilization. For centuries, Noah preached here, calling his people back to the worship of the one God. The Great Flood, sent as a consequence for their rejection, was an event of such magnitude that its echo is found in nearly every ancient culture surrounding this region. The landing place of his ark is traditionally held to be Mount Judi, located in what is now southeastern Turkey, firmly placing the conclusion of his epic narrative within the ancient Near East. Prophet Hud, AS country/region, the empty quarter, Rub al-Khali, modern-day Oman, Yemen and Saudi Arabia. Prophet Hud was sent to a people of great sophistication and power, the people of Ad. The tribe of Ad inhabited the vast windswept deserts of the empty quarter, known as Rub al-Khali. This immense sea of sand stretches across parts of modern-day Oman, Yemen and Saudi Arabia. The people of Ad were legendary for their architectural prowess, building towering structures and great pillars in their capital city, which is commonly believed by historians to be Iram, a lost city of pillars mentioned in the Qur'an. Hud's mission was to call these powerful people, who had become arrogant and polytheistic, to abandon their idols. Their story serves as a powerful eternal lesson about the fleeting nature of worldly power and civilization, no matter how advanced, when it turns away from the source of all creation. Prophet Salih, AS country/region, the region of Al-Hijr, Ma'dan Salih, modern-day Saudi Arabia. Following the destruction of Ad, the message of monotheism was sent to their successors, the people of Thamud, through Prophet Salih. The Thamud were also a highly advanced civilization, known for their incredible skill in carving homes and structures directly into the mountains. The heartland of the Thamud is explicitly identified in the Qur'an as Al-Hijr, Today we know this place as Ma'dan Salish, located in the northwestern region of modern-day Saudi Arabia near the city of Al-Ula. This UNESCO World Heritage Site stands as a stunning archaeological testament to their civilization. It was here that the miracle of the she-camel emerged from the rock, a direct test from Allah, which they ultimately transgressed, leading to their destruction. The preserved ruins of their city remain a visible, powerful warning etched into the landscape of Arabia. Prophet Ibrahim A.S. country/region, Mesopotamia, Iraq, Palestine, Israel, and Arabia. The journey of Prophet Ibrahim, or Abraham, the friend of Allah, is a journey that defines the map of monotheism itself. His story begins in the heart of Mesopotamian polytheism in the ancient city of Ur, located in modern-day Iraq. He famously challenged his father and his people's idolatry, leading to his trial by fire. From Iraq, he migrated to the land of Canaan, which is modern-day Palestine and Israel. It was here he established a base for his message. Furthermore, his legacy is inextricably linked to Arabia. He, along with his son Ismail, built the Kaaba in Mecca, the holiest site in Islam. His footprints are literally and spiritually imprinted across the entire region, making him a pivotal figure connecting the prophethood of Iraq, the Levant, and the Arabian Peninsula. Prophet Lut, A.S. country/region, near the Dead Sea, modern-day Jordan, Palestine. Prophet Lut, or Lot, was a nephew of Prophet Ibrahim and was given prophethood during his time. He was sent to a people residing in cities that were sunk into the ground as a punishment for their unprecedented and abhorrent practice of homosexuality. The Qur'an mentions these cities being turned upside down and rained upon with a rain of baked clay. The geographical location of these people is strongly associated all around the Dead Sea on the border of modern-day Jordan and Palestine. The Dead Sea itself, a lifeless body of water at the lowest point on Earth, and the surrounding desolate, salt-encrusted landscape are seen by many scholars and historians as the site of this destruction. The area stands as a stark physical reminder of the fate that awaits societies that completely abandon natural law and morality. Prophet Ismail, A.S., country/region, Mecca, Saudi Arabia. While Prophet Ibrahim is the builder of the Kaaba, it is his first son, Prophet Ismail, who is deeply rooted in the land of Arabia. As a child, he and his mother Hajar were left in the valley of Mecca by Allah's command. It was Ismail whose infant feet scratched the ground from which the miracle of Zamzam water sprang forth, sustaining his mother and ultimately leading to the settlement of the area by the tribe of Juhum. He grew up in Mecca and assisted his father in raising the foundations of the Kaaba. He became a prophet in his own right, sent to the tribes in and around the Hijaz region of Arabia. He is the ancestral father of the Adnani Arabs, and through his line centuries later would come the final prophet. His entire life, legacy, and mission are centered exclusively on the sacred land of Mecca. Prophet Ishaq, A.S., and Prophet Yaqub, A.S., country/region, Palestine, Israel, Canaan. The legacy of Prophet Ibrahim continued through his second son, Prophet Ishaq, or Isaac. Ishaq was born in Canaan and spent his entire life in the land his father had migrated to, which is modern-day Palestine and Israel. He carried the message of his father, upholding Tawheed in the Levant. His son, Prophet Yaqub, or Jacob, also known as Israel, continued this prophetic chain. Yaqub's life was one of trials and patience, from his loss of his beloved son Yusuf to his eventual migration with his family to Egypt. However, his base and the land of his prophethood remained Canaan, the promised land. He passed away in Egypt, but his final wish, carried out by his son Yusuf, was to be buried back in Canaan, forever linking the prophethood of Ishaq and Yaqub to the land of Palestine and Jerusalem. Prophet Yusuf A.S. country/region, Egypt. The story of Prophet Yusuf, or Joseph, is a detailed and captivating narrative in the Qur'an. While he was born in Canaan to Prophet Yaqub, the entirety of his prophetic mission unfolded in ancient Egypt. Sold into slavery, he was taken to Egypt. His interpretation of dreams, his trial with the Aziz's wife, his imprisonment, and his eventual rise to become the most powerful minister in the land all occurred within the court of the Egyptian ruler. His wisdom in managing the resources during 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine saved not only Egypt but the surrounding regions, including his own family who migrated from Canaan. Yusuf's story is uniquely an Egyptian story, demonstrating how Allah placed a prophet in the very center of political power to enact justice and guide people, culminating in his family's settlement there and the beginning of the Israelite story in Egypt. Prophet Ayub, AS country/region, the Levant, likely modern-day Jordan or Syria. The story of Prophet Ayub, or Job, is a timeless testament to ultimate patience and unwavering faith in the face of unimaginable suffering. While the exact location of his trial is not specified in the Qur'an, strong traditional and historical evidence places him in the region of the Levant, known as Hauran in modern-day southern Syria or northern Jordan. The town of Al-Sheikh Zayed in Syria is often cited by historians and travelers as his traditional home and place of burial. His narrative is one of profound loss. He was tested with the loss of his health, his wealth, and his children, yet his faith in Allah never wavered. His famous prayer for mercy was answered, and he was restored. His story is deeply rooted in this specific landscape, serving as an eternal beacon for humanity on how to endure hardship with grace and complete reliance upon the divine. Prophet Shu'aib, AS country/region, Midian, modern-day northwestern Saudi Arabia, Jordan. Prophet Shu'aib, often associated with the biblical Jethro, was sent to two distinct communities. The first was the people of Midian. Midian was an ancient civilization located in the northwestern region of the Arabian Peninsula, in an area that now falls within the borders of modern-day Saudi Arabia and southern Jordan. The ruins of Al-Bad, near the Saudi coastal city of Hakla, are widely believed to be the remnants of the ancient city of Midian. Shu'aib's people were notorious for their economic corruption, giving short measure and weight, and defrauding people in trade. His mission was to call them back to fair dealing and the worship of Allah alone. After their rejection, the punishment that befell them, a devastating earthquake and a cry from the sky, struck this specific region, leaving it as a lesson etched into the very geology of the land. Prophet Musa, AS, and Prophet Harun, AS. Country/region, Egypt, Sinai Peninsula, and the eastern desert of Jordan. The story of Prophet Musa, or Moses, and his brother Prophet Harun, or Aaron, spans a vast and iconic geography. It begins in Egypt, under the oppressive rule of the pharaoh, likely in the delta city of Avaris, or the grand capital of Memphis. Musa's flight from Egypt after an incident led him to the land of Midian, where he married Shu'aib's daughter. His return to Egypt to confront Pharaoh, the subsequent plagues, and the miraculous exodus of the Israelites form the core of his early mission. This journey culminated in the parting of the Red Sea, an event believed by many modern scholars to have occurred at a lake-like area known as the Gulf of Suez, or Lake Timsah. His prophethood then continued through the Sinai Peninsula, where he received the Torah on Mount Sinai, Jabal Musa. Finally, he led his people to the outskirts of the Promised Land, to the plains of Moab in modern-day eastern Jordan, where he passed away and was buried in an unknown grave, leaving his legacy spanning from the Nile to the Jordan River. Prophet Dhul Kifl, AS country/region, likely the Levant, Syria, Jordan, Palestine. The identity and story of Prophet Dhul Kifl are among the more mysterious in Islamic tradition. His name, which can mean possessor of the fold or man of the double portion, suggests a man of responsibility and patience. Most classical scholars, based on historical narratives, Israeliyat, believe he lived after Musa in the region of the Levant, possibly in the area of modern-day Syria or Jordan. Some traditions associate him with the figure of Ezekiel or identify him as a righteous judge who faithfully fulfilled a vow to worship Allah and judge justly among his people every day. While the details are sparse, his inclusion among the prophets signifies that Allah's message was sent to countless communities, and many stories remain known fully only to him. His placement in the Levant continues the thread of prophethood in this contested and sacred land. Prophet Yunus, AS country/region, Nineveh, modern-day Mosul, Iraq. The account of Prophet Yunus, or Jonah, is unique and deeply tied to a single specific urban center. He was not sent to a tribe or a general region, but specifically to the great city of Nineveh. This city was one of the oldest and most magnificent capitals of the ancient Assyrian Empire. Its ruins lie directly across the Tigris River from the modern city of Mosul in northern Iraq. The people of Nineveh were known for their idolatry and corruption. Yunus, frustrated by their initial rejection, abandoned his mission without Allah's leave and faced the famous trial in the belly of the great fish. Upon his return, he found that his people had indeed heeded his warning and turned to Allah in repentance, a unique case in prophetic history where an entire major city was saved from destruction. His story is irrevocably anchored to the archaeological mounds of ancient Nineveh. Prophet Dawood, A.S. country/region, Palestine, Israel. Prophet Dawood, or David, emerged as a pivotal figure for the children of Israel in the land of Canaan. His story begins as a young soldier in the army of Talut Saul, and his legendary defeat of the giant Jalut Goliath is believed to have taken place in the valley of Elah, southwest of Jerusalem. Allah granted him kingship, wisdom, and prophethood. He established Jerusalem al-Quds as the capital of his kingdom, solidifying its status as a holy city. The Qur'an highlights his skill in crafting armor and his beautiful voice in chanting the Psalms, Zabur, which were revealed to him. His reign and prophethood were centered entirely on this land, and he is forever associated with the city of Jerusalem, ruling with justice and strengthening the message of Tawheed from the heart of the Promised Land. Prophet Sulaiman, A.S. country/region, Palestine, Israel, with an empire extending into Syria and Arabia. Prophet Sulaiman, or Solomon, son of Dawood, inherited his father's kingdom and prophethood and was given authority over creation itself, a kingdom unlike any other. His capital remained Jerusalem, where he famously constructed the Great Temple, Beit al-Maqdis. His dominion, however, extended far beyond the borders of Canaan. The Quran describes how his army, comprised of men, jinn and birds, was organized. He communicated with the hoopoe bird, who brought him news of a powerful kingdom in the south, the kingdom of Sheba, located in modern-day Yemen. His letter to the Queen of Sheba, Bilqis, and her subsequent journey to submit to Allah demonstrates the far-reaching influence of his prophethood, connecting the Holy Land of Palestine with the southern Arabian Peninsula. His mission unified a vast region under the worship of the one God. Prophet Ilyas, A.S., and Prophet Al-Yasa, A.S., country/region, the Levant, specifically modern-day Lebanon, Jordan, and Palestine. Prophet Ilyas, or Elijah, was sent to the Israelites in the region of Baalbek, in modern-day Lebanon. His people had abandoned the worship of Allah and had fervently taken to worshipping an idol called Baal. Ilyas confronted the king and the people, challenging the priests of Baal to a famous duel to prove the falsity of their idol, an event that reportedly took place on Mount Carmel in modern-day Palestine. He spent his life calling the northern tribes of Israel back to the creed of Ibrahim and Musa. He was succeeded by his disciple, Prophet Al-Yasa, Elisha, who continued the mission in the same geographical area, likely the Jordan Valley and the lands of ancient Syria. Their combined efforts aimed to reform a society that had repeatedly strayed, maintaining the flame of monotheism in the northern parts of the Levant. Prophet Zachariah R.S. Kapral Mortenjoya, R.S. Prakran Motichahia, country/region, Palestine, Jerusalem. The stories of Prophet Zechariah, and his son Prophet Yahya, John the Baptist, are intimately connected to the final moments of the prophetic chain of the children of Israel and are centered exclusively in and around Jerusalem. Zechariah was a righteous priest and the guardian of Maryam, Mary, mother of Isa, who lived in the temple in Jerusalem. His miraculous supplication for an heir despite his old age was answered with the news of Yahya. Yahya was born to be a prophet, commanded to uphold the Torah and prepare the way for the coming of Isa. He is often associated with the wilderness of the Jordan River Valley, where he preached and performed baptisms. Both father and son were martyred in Jerusalem for their unwavering stance for truth. Their lives and missions are inextricably linked to the sacred city, marking the end of an era. Prophet Isa, A.S. country/region, Palestine, Bethlehem, Nazareth, Jerusalem. The life and mission of Prophet Isa, Jesus son of Maryam, are entirely confined to the land of historic Palestine. His miraculous birth occurred in Bethlehem. He grew up in the town of Nazareth in the Galilee region. His prophethood began when he received revelation and was supported with miracles such as healing the sick and raising the dead, all of which took place among the villages and towns of Palestine. His primary mission was to the Israelites, to confirm the Torah of Musa and to bring a new scripture, the Injil Gospel. The Quran is explicit that he was not crucified, rather he was raised up by Allah. The entire narrative of Isa, his birth, his ministry and his ascent, is a profoundly Palestinian story, the final chapter of prophethood sent specifically to the children of Israel before the message was universalized. Prophet Muhammad, SAW, country / region, Arabian Peninsula, Mecca and Medina, Saudi Arabia, and finally, we arrive at the seal of the prophets, the universal messenger, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. His entire life, from birth to death, unfolded within the Hijaz region of the Arabian Peninsula. He was born in Mecca, the city whose spiritual foundation was laid by Ibrahim and Ismail. For 13 years, he preached the message of Islam in Mecca, facing immense persecution. This was followed by the Hijra, his migration to the city of Yathrib, which became known as Madinat an-Nabi, the city of the Prophet Medina. From Medina, he established the first Islamic state, and it was from here that the message of Islam radiated outward, first across the entire Arabian Peninsula, through letters and envoys sent to the Roman and Persian empires. His final sermon was delivered on the plains of Arafat near Mecca. He was buried in his chamber in Medina. His prophethood, while beginning in a specific city, was ultimately for all of humanity, forever linking the entire world to the blessed lands of Mecca and Medina, the twin hearts of the Islamic world. And so our map is complete. We have journeyed from the first prophet on a mountain in Sri Lanka to the final messenger in the blessed cities of Arabia. We have seen how divine guidance reached every corner of the ancient world, to powerful empires, desert tribes and bustling trade cities, leaving no nation without a warner. This panoramic view shows us the universal mercy of Allah, a message sent to all of humanity, interconnected across time and space. The path of the prophets is the greatest story ever told, and it is etched into the very geography of our planet. If this journey has illuminated your heart and expanded your understanding, then you have walked the path with us. For more journeys into the profound stories of the prophets, subscribe to Resilient Islam and hit the notification bell so you never miss a step on this path of knowledge. Thank you for your time. Until our next meeting, may your path be enlightened. Wa barakallahu faykum.